Hey Redeemer, we just wanted to update you on where we're at, and as I come off staff here at the end of July. Many of you have heard about that, and just we wanted to give you an update on why we're doing that and where we're headed. And so a few months back we were considering what God is leading us to do, and we really sensed He's telling us to stop what we've been doing and to head into more of a missions role in some capacity, and we haven't known exactly what that is, and we feel like this is a step-by-step process for us of listening to the Lord and acting on that. And so June was sort of a transition month where we announced that to the PT and to the body, and we're planning a trip to Atlanta because of some connections we've been making there. And since that trip to Atlanta, we felt an urgency to really stop what we're doing at Redeemer and to have a season of planning and preparing for what's next. And we kind of, it's similar to starting a new business where you're not quite doing the thing yet, and you're not even making money, but you are very busy working. And it takes time, and you can't do that and a bunch of other stuff. And so the duties that I have at Redeemer would kind of prohibit me from fully engaging in what's next for us. And so we need a season of time in between where we prepare and plan and scheme about what we want to step into. And so that's why the end of July we're going to be done at Redeemer. We'll still be around. We'll still be even attending. I'll be preaching in August, but I won't have the normal duties of my job. And we're okay, flexible with finances, not forever, but some of you have asked about that, and we'll be okay. We really trust that God's going to provide for whatever we need if we're listening to Him. And so about Atlanta and about our vision, one of the things that's been clearer to me is that we have, even together, a more apostolic calling. And what I mean by that is that we are called to start new things. It's been a pattern in our life. We don't, we have vision to start things where they don't exist. And often that's cross-cultural. That's I think that's the true meaning of apostolic, to cross-cultural and linguistic barriers. And so that's why the missions is part of this, where we desire to go to the unreached in some form. But to start a new work, and that can be training, that can be sending, that can be just developing new ways to go across cultural barriers. And so there's a lot of people out there doing great things, and we totally want to partner with some of those people. And that's with Atlanta. That's where we met some great people through Renew World Outreach. It's a great organization. We were able to stay with them, meet them, get to know them. There was no clear go-ahead in terms of here's what we could do with them. And they're in the stages of developing a new training center, and that might be something we could be part of, but it's just not quite there yet. But it was a very encouraging time. We felt a lot of affinity with them. We also got to see a lot of the refugee population in Atlanta, in Clarkston. One of the most diverse square mile in America. It's 18,000 refugees. It's tons of need, tons going on. We got to tour around there with the ministry and learned a lot. Certainly things we can do there. Also, we got to meet a couple that's has a really similar vision to us in terms of starting a new thing there, working with refugees, having a heart for the marginalized, and also seeing God work in power through His Spirit, and really, really enjoyed them. And so we came out very encouraged, but also with this sense of whatever we're going to do, we will need to be part of starting that. There's no clear job for us. And so that's why we're entering this season of preparation and planning, basically. May not be Atlanta. We're not 100% sure about that. I think it could be Atlanta. But I wanted to bring Steph in and just say, what are the things in all this that you're looking forward to the most?
I think what I'm most excited about is just us engaging more as a family in ministry. I think our kids have already had an opportunity to engage cross-culturally with our neighbors, our refugee neighbors, and there's just so much that we have a heart for, and we want our kids to be brought into that. And I see in this next season God using us as a family in a new way, using our kids to cross those cultural barriers, and I feel like that's really exciting to me, to think about how it's going to look as a family and what God has for us each, not just Joe, not just me, but also our kids, that he's taking all of us into this next season and wants to grow each of us.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on for us in that, and you can be praying and reach out with questions. And yeah, we just want to know how you're thinking through it as well. And like I said, we will be around after July. We'll still be here. Not sure how long, not sure, but I'm ending my job, but we're not ending our connection to Redeemer. So, so stay tuned, and we'll be in touch.